Hello friends, welcome to my channel Millie Copper Writes. The story you're about to hear began with a flash fiction prompt from a writing contest hosted by Wyoming writers. I was working on the audiobook for Katie's Journey when the one-word prompt, tomorrow, arrived. My mind immediately went to Olivia, Tony, and Lily, and the destruction of their home. The original piece was true flash fiction, coming in at under 500 words. I've expanded it several times, and it now fits firmly in the short story category. I hope you enjoy Tomorrow, a Havoc in Wyoming bonus story by me, Millie Copper.
Why'd it happen, Mama? I shake my head, the sharp scent of smoke still clinging to my hair, my clothes, seeping into every breath I take. The sensation of ash remains on my tongue regardless of how often I swallow. I don't know. There isn't nothing. Our clothes, toys, the picture of Dad and me when my son's voice catches, and I can see him fighting back fresh tears. When I got my first fish, I bite my lip as I shake my head, feeling the grit between my teeth. My throat burns from the smoke, from holding back my own sobs. I'm sorry, Tony. We'll check once the ashes cool. Even as I say it, I'm sure there won't be much left to find, if anything. The heat was too intense, too complete. Our food? What about our food? Will... His eyes dart to his younger sister, who's asleep in the neighbor woman's arms. I make out Lily's slight form in the dim light, her breathing steady and peaceful in a way that seems impossible given everything that's happened. The neighbor woman rocks gently back and forth, her own eyes weary from the long night. Tony lowers his voice. Will Star. The word hangs between us in the cool air. I swallow the lump in my throat and pull him close, feeling how he's trying so hard to be brave. We're okay. We can get new clothes, new toys. Exhaustion crashes over me in waves. My hands shake and knot from the chill in the air. The adrenaline that kept me moving, kept me fighting, is finally draining away, leaving me hollow and brittle. I need to sleep for a few hours. Tomorrow we'll figure it out. Tony looks to the east. My eyes follow his gaze. The sky is already changing, the band of light dancing its way across the Bighorn Mountains. The peaks stand silent and watchful, unchanged by our human disasters. Tomorrow is already here. Our world has changed so much in the past several days. Our house burning down is a disaster, but not even the worst of it. Around us, neighbors stand in small groups, their voices hushed in the pre-dawn quiet. The air carries the scent of smoke and worry. Some folks are calling it the apocalypse, Armageddon, God's judgment. I'm unsure. All I do know is it's not as simple as us being able to go into town and buy new clothes and toys. It isn't simple to buy food. People have emptied the stores of anything useful. My car is running on fumes without even enough gas to make it half of the 30-mile drive into the nearest town. Even if I could make it to town, the gas stations are as empty as the grocery stores. What do I have to offer these people in return for taking us in? What skills do I bring besides 3 mouths to feed? The thought makes my stomach clench. I'll find something to do. A way to help pull my weight and not be a burden. Tony lets out a sigh that feels far older than his years as he looks around at the neighbors who came to our rescue. The sound breaks my heart. No 11-year-old should carry that kind of weight in their breath. Do you think they'll help us? I purse my lips, watching him study the surrounding faces. He's trying to figure out how this works, where we might fit. My smart boy. It's a lot to ask. My voice cracks on the last word and I taste smoke again. I try again. Everything is uncertain now. But Mr. Caldwell, he's helping everyone get water, right? Plus, a few days ago, he and Mr. Snyder drove to town to get fuel for people. They even gave it to people who couldn't pay for it. Maybe... Tony lifts a shoulder, and I see Jason in the gesture. That same hopeful shrug when he's trying to convince me of something. Until Dad gets home, they could help us. My eyes well up at the mention of my children's dad, my husband. Jason is an oil worker. He was on a rig in North Dakota when the first attacks happened. Thursday night, 5 planes crashed deliberately at 5 different airports while trying to land. But it quickly got worse. When fire departments and ambulances arrived, bombs went off, killing the first responders. All air travel was understandably grounded. Jason wanted to come home then, but his bosses didn't think it was necessary. I can picture him arguing with them, his jaw set the way it gets when he's trying to stay respectful but wants to fight. He would have been thinking about us, about getting back to protect us. The day after the airplane and airport attacks, there was another terrorist strike on the country. This time, bombs destroyed major bridges across the United States. After the bombs destroyed the bridges, the bosses talked about shutting down the rig, but they didn't. He would have left anyway, but they were in company trucks, and he's not a company driver and doesn't have access to the keys. He looked into getting a rental car, but none was available. Last time we spoke, a few of them convinced the boss that he didn't need them on site. Jason was coming home. That was Saturday morning, 4 days ago. Is he walking? Hitchhiking? How far can he get each day? What if he's hurt? What if... I force myself to stop. Jason is smart, capable. He'll find a way home. He has to. A massive cyber attack on Saturday afternoon knocked out our phones, electricity, and pretty much everything else. I've kept my phone charged by using the car, trying it daily to see if I can get through. Now the phone and everything else we had, except the clothes on our backs, are gone. Destroyed when someone tried to break into our home and somehow ended up setting the place on fire. Someone, even though I never saw the face of the person who broke in, I'm almost positive I know who did it. The memory makes my skin crawl. That moment of recognition, despite the ski mask, the way he moved, familiar and wrong at the same time. As if reading my mind, Tony takes my hand. His fingers are icy. I didn't like leaving you, Mom, you and Lily. I wanted to go with Mr. Caldwell and the others when they left to get you, but they said I had to stay here. I pull him close again, breathing in the scent of his hair. He got out early, before the fire spread. He ran for help and saved us. Saved me and his younger sister. It helped to hear you were safe. When they showed up, I trusted you had sent them to us. I was sure you were here, safe. I don't know what I'd do if... The words catch in my throat. My son's arms tighten around me. I thought, I was afraid you and Lily, I'd never see you again. He breaks down, letting his tears overtake him, and his shoulders shake against my chest. He strives hard to act older than his years, but he's still a little boy much of the time. I pat his back. We're okay. We're fine. But are we really safe? What if I brought danger to these people? What if the arsonist follows us here? What if I've put all these innocent people at risk by accepting their help? Really? With everything bad happening and now the fire, plus that Dan Morse? It was him, wasn't it? I slowly dip my chin. There's no point in lying. Tony's too smart and he deserves to know what we face. I'm unsure. I never saw his face. He wore a ski mask, but... I whisper, glancing around to make sure no one overhears. I think it was him. I think it was Dan Morse. Tony narrows his eyes and tightens his jaw. In that instant, I see his dad in him, that same stubborn determination, the same protective instinct. With all these people, we could be safe here. His composure falters for a moment as he glances around at the large family. I follow his gaze, taking in the tired faces of the others. They banded together, each of them coming from different places when the disasters began. I've picked up bits and pieces of their stories at the community center. Katie, the Caldwell's youngest daughter, reached out to me. She welcomed me in, even let me come over and do our laundry using their solar power. Her sisters and their families are here too, all of them working together to get through this. The only one not here is Molly, Jake's wife, who was away on a work trip when the planes crashed. Like Jason, she's trying to make her way home. Jake Caldwell seems to be the one holding everything together, making decisions and organizing supply runs. But I understand he's worried about her, wondering where she is and if she'll make it back. I have the same worries about Jason. Right, Mom? It's safe here, isn't it? You think they'll let us stay? There's hope in his voice, the desperate need for me to say yes, to promise him security I'm not sure I can deliver. I set my shoulders and give my son a smile, the kind I used to give him before school tests or doctor visits, the kind that says everything will be fine even when I'm not sure it will be. Tomorrow, Tony, we'll figure it all out tomorrow. Now, let's get some rest. But even as I say it, I sense sleep won't come easily. Too many questions, too many fears crowding my mind. What will we eat tomorrow? Where will we sleep tomorrow night? What happens if Jason doesn't make it home? What if Dan Morse hasn't finished with us yet? I close my eyes and listen to the quiet murmur of voices from the other families gathered with us. For now, we're safe. For now, we're alive. Tomorrow, we'll figure out if that's enough.
This has been Tomorrow, a Havoc in Wyoming bonus story by Millie Copper. Produced by CU Publishing LLC and presented by Killer Cozies. Learn more about Millie Copper's books at milliecopper.com.